There may be a time in your life that you will need to rely on the preps you have stored in your vehicle for survival. Perhaps you've broken down in a rural area with no cell service, or maybe you've gotten stuck in bad weather and it'll be hours or maybe even days before you can get home. In 2022, motorists were stranded on the I-95 in Virginia for 18 hours due to nothing but snow. What would happen if something more serious occurs, perhaps on a national or even a global level? In this video, I will be discussing how to neatly store 3 days worth of food in your vehicle. I'll also go over the type of food you'll want stored as it relates to your daily caloric needs. I nerd out a little bit on the details in this video, but the information may save you or your family's life if you are caught off guard while you are away from your home. What's up, preppers? I'm the Community Prepper, and like always, thank you for watching my channel. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, but only if you've gotten some valuable information from it. Please also consider subscribing to my channel if you like videos about prepping, firearms, product reviews, and all other topics prepping related. As we all know, water and food and shelter are my first 3 pillars of prepping. Without any one of these items, your life will become much more difficult when facing an emergency. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of not only having food and water in your vehicle, but what kind of food you should be considering for optimum energy levels if you need to exert yourself when you get stuck away from home during shit hits the fan.
When Kramer hears about this, the shit's gonna hit the fan.
Or any other prolonged type of emergency. I just finished reading a prepper fiction book called Going Home. It's a series of novels that begins when a husband and father of 2 is caught 250 miles from home when an EMP strike occurs. The main protagonist, Morgan Carter, is a prepper. He's away from his family while on a business trip when the strike happens, but he quickly learns he is ahead of the curve due to his emergency preparedness knowledge. He has his vehicle stocked with everything he needs for a long walk home. It's a great read and one that got me thinking about how ready my truck is if that were to happen to me. I reassessed my vehicle preps and found I was somewhat lacking on the food scenario. If you want to see exactly what I have prepped in my truck, I'll link that video here now. So anyway, my previous meal plan was a few MREs stuck under the seat. For anyone who's ever eaten an MRE, they're not exactly a delicacy or easy on your innards. For this reason, I created a small box-sized meal prep that will keep me energized with the right number of calories from good fats, whole grain carbohydrates, and high-quality proteins. This will fuel me to do the physical activities that I might need to do. Now, I am not a dietitian or a doctor, so be sure to do your own research on health and nutrition and consult your doctor before you attempt changes to your normal diet. Find out what your daily caloric needs by utilizing a metabolic calculator that you can find online. You enter your age, your weight, your activity level, your gender, and a few other pieces of information to find out how many calories you will need to lose, gain, or maintain your current weight. I've been a novice weightlifter for many years now, and I've studied diet nutrition to maximize my results in the gym. About 70% of your goals in the gym are dependent on your diet. From my studies and by trial and error, I know how to burn fat and build muscle by tweaking my diet here and there to achieve certain results. So as always, I have made an inventory of everything I have in this bag. I've even gone one step further and listed the micronutrients of each food. I'll throw up a screenshot of this Excel sheet that I created. So at my current weight, age, and activity level, I need about 3,400 calories a day to maintain my current weight of 245 pounds. I'm also factoring in that I might be doing a little bit more manual activities like walking, so I've adjusted my emergency meal plan to have a total of 3,800 calories for each day. I've broken this down into eating 4 meals and 2 snacks every day. I'll try to eat every 2 to 3 hours to keep up my endurance. Now, I don't want to get overly specific into dietary needs in this video, but I want to stress that the quality of food you eat will affect your energy levels when doing physical activities. First, we can address the differences between the different types of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins, and why certain types are more beneficial to your overall health and energy and stamina levels when performing certain tasks. In my food cache, I've selected an optimal combination of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins to support me in the tasks I need to accomplish. Good fats come from foods such as nuts, fish, some oils, eggs, and seeds. Good fats will lower your risks of developing heart disease, improve cholesterol, help with blood sugar, and will reduce inflammation. Bad fats, also called saturated fats, will do the opposite to your health. Bad fats come from butter, milk, cheese, fatty meats, biscuits, cakes, pastries, all the good tasting stuff. Limiting your diet to those bad fats can greatly reduce your risk of health issues long term. Carbohydrates are also not all created equal. Lower glycemic carbs, or complex carbs, will sustain your energy longer and reduce spikes in blood sugar. Quality carbs like oats, potatoes, fruits, peas, beans, and brown rice will give you sustained energy. Think of complex carbs as a slower burning fuel that will give you prolonged energy throughout the day. On the other hand, simple carbs such as white bread, candy, sodas, honey, and simple sugars can give you a sudden burst of energy, but it's very short-lived, sometimes even leading to a crash in energy. Finally, carbohydrates are your body's main source for energy. If carbohydrates are limited, your body will switch to burning stored fat from your body, or worse, can cause muscle wasting, both which are less efficient in giving you the energy you may need to perform difficult physical activities. Proteins are also not all the same. Proteins contain amino acids, which are the building blocks of life. Proteins perform essential functions in your body, such as repairing muscle tissues. Also, proteins, when added to snacks and meals, will help you feel fuller. Eggs are one of the best proteins you can eat due to the high amount of protein, and they also contain 13 essential vitamins and minerals. Other amazing proteins are oatmeal, cottage cheese, chicken, tuna, yogurt, and almonds. Finally, different proteins have different biological values. Basically, biological values are a measure of how proficient a protein is absorbed and utilized in your body. High biological value proteins contain all of the 10 essential amino acids. Whey protein is one of the best proteins you can consume. This is why whey protein is the main source of protein in quality supplements that weightlifters and other athletes consume. On the other hand, soy protein, processed meats, corn, and other vegetables might be proteins that you want to avoid. They are cheaper because of their lower quality. So check the ingredients next time you find a protein bar for 99 cents. Now that we've got Dietary Science 101 out of the way, you should have a better understanding of what you will want to store in your vehicle, or maybe the type of foods that you should start eating on a daily basis. Now I've set aside 4 complete meals and 2 snacks for 3 days. Some of these foods are definitely not on my regular diet due to higher sodium levels and how overly processed some of these items are. This is more focused on survival and energy production and not optimum nutrition. This is for a short-term survival scenario based on foods that can store easily, have a long shelf life. They're not for your steady diet in normal times. Breakfast will consist of oatmeal and a pack of tuna. To drink, I'll make some instant coffee with sugar and powdered creamer for a little caffeine kick. The oatmeal will give me the complex carbs and protein I need, coupled with the tuna that provides good fats and high protein. Now I have this stored in my bag. I like the protein, the Quaker protein from, it's the cherry cranberry almond. I'll eat 2 of them. It's a lot of carbs, but it's also 20 grams of protein. I will also bust out one of these packs of sardines. These are sardines in Louisiana hot sauce. Very good to eat on a normal basis. It does have a lot of protein and some good fats. And then the coffee that I mentioned is just Folgers instant coffee, and I will mix that all up in a metal cup. And I have some creamer. and some sugar. Here, this is just regular zero calorie coffee creamer. All right, that's meal one. My first snack a few hours later will be a Cliff Bar and peanuts. The Cliff Bar contains 6 grams of fat, 43 grams of carbs from rolled oats and brown rice, the perfect combination for endurance, and 10 grams of protein. Now, the Cliff Bar that I like, they make a bunch of them. I love this blueberry almond crisp. Very good. And then the peanuts, I bought these at the local grocery store, a little, I don't know, 50 cents, $1. And they're just a pack of peanuts with some kind of hot and spicy. And that's 250 grams of calories, 20 grams of fat. So they are high in good fat. Nuts contain good fats. They're not the saturated garbage fats that comes from the butters and the cheeses. 9 grams of protein. So my second meal, again, I'm combining fat, good protein with good carbs, and some moderately good protein. Now, lunch will be another pouch of tuna or canned sardines with ramen noodles. Now, the canned sardines, I already showed you. The tuna, they come in these little packs here. They come in different, different flavors. This one's hot buffalo. 15 grams of protein, 70 calories. However, I will mix this with some mayonnaise. This is just dry tuna mayonnaise. Some fats in here. Not the best fat, but it still is a good fat, which will provide you some good energy. The ramen, we all know what ramen is. This stuff's garbage. But again, it will give you good carbs and some protein. So again, I'm always combining good fat, good protein, good carbohydrate. So that would be the other meal. My second snack of the day will be a protein bar. The two main sources of protein in this bar are from milk protein and whey protein, two high quality sources. It has 21 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbohydrates. Now, I love these things. I eat them every day, sometimes twice a day in my normal routine. They're the Costco or Kirkland brand protein bar. Best bang for the buck. 20 bucks for a box of 20 comes out to $1 each. You would pay something like $2.50 in a store for a quality protein bar like this. Dinner. I'm gonna say dinner or a late lunch will be my third meal of the day. I have canned chili and a Snickers bar for dessert. The canned chili that I like, the Hormel chicken chili. They also make it in turkey. It's all around good protein, good quality protein from, I wouldn't say quality protein. It is meat protein, but it is very highly processed. So again, limiting your intake of this kind of food on a normal routine, good, but if you need to survive and you need to eat and you need to get to where you're going, this will be fine. It won't kill you for a few days. And then a Snickers bar, Snickers satisfies. So that is meal 4, simple can of chili. Snickers, I'll probably heat the chili up right in the can, pop the top, eat it with a fork. Now my fourth and final meal will be a picked over MRE. MREs have some decent tasting stuff, but they also have some awful tasting foods. I'll pick and choose what I want to eat based on the contents therein. Most MREs come with their main course, which isn't usually that bad tasting. It also comes with usually a powdered beverage, some kind of chips and crackers, and for some reason, cheese spread. They always include cheese spread to put on a soft pretzel or some bread. They also may contain some kind of candy like M&Ms. Now, MREs are definitely in the category of emergency foods for survival. The quality of this food is very salty, fatty, dense in carbohydrates, and overly processed. As I stated earlier, the food I've stored isn't necessarily the healthiest, but if I'm on the road or an emergency situation, I may consume more sodium than normal. The ramen and the canned chili are high in sodium, but it won't kill me eating it for a few days. Sweating will rid the body of excess sodium, and if I'm hoofing it, I'll probably be sweating. I never eat candy, but a Snickers for dessert might be a good morale booster. Now, other morale boosters that I didn't list are bouillon cubes. Having a hot cup of water with a bouillon cube before bed is a nice touch to warm the belly and help you relax for sleep. The bouillon cubes that I have are made from, what is that, Knorr? Just chicken flavored bouillon. It'd almost be like a soup or almost like a tea. You can also put tea bags in there too if you want to have a tea before bed, but just a nice salty little warm snack in your belly before bed. Now, other things that I have in my emergency food bag or vehicle are condiments, electrolyte powder, utensils, a few extra MREs for maybe trading or giving away to people on the road, and something you may not have thought about: vitamins and prescription medicine. Now, I just put a handful. I put 3-day supply. So multivitamins, my fish oil, my magnesium, my B complex, a few other things that I like to take daily. I just put it in a little medicine bottle, and I'll take these daily with breakfast. Now, vitamins can act as supplements to what nutrients you may not be getting from your food. Not a whole lot of vitamins and minerals in an MRE. But the better nutrients means better stamina and energy. It'll also help your immune system when you're already taxed mentally and physically. Now, if you are on any prescription medications, I would definitely add them to the mix as well. Most medications need to be taken daily. Having these on you if you are caught away from home can literally save your life. Now, before you get all, where's your camping stove, or you forgot your life straw and your knife, I already have them packed in my car. Again, I encourage you to watch that video, my previous video, about outfitting your vehicle for SHTF. Shit hits the fan. That video will show you what I constantly have with me when I'm on the road to start fires, cook, sleep, stay warm, and every other variety of things that I'll face if I'm caught outside of my home during an emergency. So there was a lot of information in this video, and I'm glad you made it to the end. I sincerely hope that you've learned something. Diet is key in many aspects of our life, especially when it comes to health, fitness, and longevity. Taking the steps now to fortify your vehicle if you're caught off guard will lessen the stress and magnitude of the emergency situation. Prepping a small lunchbox with items similar to the ones I mentioned in this video will set you up for when your stomach starts to growl and your endurance starts to fade. I am the community prepper and refuse to be a victim.